Folks, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back or welcome to Conversations.
Conversations.
We are your hosts, Ben.
And Ryan.
That was an ill-timed horn, dude. You just did it all over my voice.
My bad.
You just did it all over my voice. My name's Ben.
I didn't know you were introducing your name. And my name's Ryan. We'll work on that.
We're working on that. We're enjoying some delicious Korean charcuterie right now. I've
What
been
is that?
introduced to this new chip. It's like the Korean bugles.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called?
Turtle chips.
Turtle chip.
Turtle chips.
Excuse my crunch. It's like a mukbang.
Yeah.
It's ASMR. Dude, these are good. We got a little charcuterie spread courtesy of Vero. Vero, we love you.
Thank you, babe.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
How's your week?
Oh man. This week is pretty the same. Same old. Work is stressful as hell, but
Why?
just I have a new trainee or a new employee, and whenever there's a new employee, it's almost better to have just 3 employees instead of an added new one, because that one adds so much.
Wait, so how many employees do you have right now?
4.
Okay, so new guys making a little
No, I'm sorry.
slow.
I'm sorry. So it's 3 of us. The new person. It's not that they're making it slow. It's just that because they're just learning all the new stuff, it gets a little like everyone else has to pay attention to that person. So it gets a little bit more stressful for everyone. So yeah, I know it's boring stuff. But
Hey.
Whatever.
Boy, but that's
Whatever.
life.
That's why I'm here. You know
That's
what I mean?
life. We'll take a load off, man. Take a load off.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, we gotta
Cheers.
cheers it to bringing the good jujus in.
How you doing? How was your week?
Dude, my week's been healthy, I think.
Healthy. What does that mean?
Well, I think in the last pod I discussed that I was gonna start therapy. I started therapy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I had my first session yesterday.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't know how it went per se, because it's the first session is you got to download all your information to this guy so that they know what's going on.
It's like a questionnaire.
No. Like they want to get to know. So what's up? Like,
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
why are you here? Basically, so I had to kind of. I gave him like the 30-minute version of my life.
Okay.
And like all the crap that I felt like I needed to heal from or identify and then heal from, all that stuff. So yeah, I guess I got to give it a few sessions for me to know how helpful it's going to be, but I'm glad I started.
How did it feel though? Like saying, I mean, you're pretty open.
But
about
that's
your
the
stuff.
thing. Like I don't have a problem
Talking about your stuff.
talking about my stuff. You know what I mean? I'm a pretty transparent. Like vulnerability is not hard for me. You know what I'm saying?
Wear
So
your heart on your sleeve.
dude, my heart's on my sleeve at all times, and so it wasn't like, oh wow, it felt so good to get all that off my chest. I'm like, bro, I've gotten that off my chest to like hella people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You're like, I'm paying for this?
yeah, exactly. That's so my thought process was like, okay,
You still skeptical a little bit? Or-
I'm not skeptical. I'm more of like, what's this person gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm paying you because you're supposed to like help me figure some stuff
Can you
out.
disclose how much you're paying?
So I'm doing BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy.
BetterHelp.com?
Yeah, BetterHelp.com, and you can sign up right there.
All right.
BetterHelp. If you guys want to sponsor the pod, feel
Sponsor.
free to hit us
Talking
up.
Good stuff about it.
And no, I mean, but no, for real though, I found out about BetterHelp because they do sponsor a lot of podcasts. And, I listen to a bunch of podcasts.
You're right. I do.
Yeah.
I know. I listen to a podcast that
Yeah.
sponsors
So anyway, so it's I went through them, which is great. It's probably one of the most affordable forms of therapy, or like because it's online, and then I think their normal thing is like $65 a week, which gives you 1 hour session.
1 hour session a week.
Yes.
So that's 65 hours. Okay.
$65, but then you can also apply. Well, if you go through like a podcast and they have like
Like
discount
codes and
codes.
stuff,
You can even apply for COVID financial aid.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a little discount on my
Okay.
situation. So I'm like paying 55, not bad, and it's like,
Not
one
bad.
one 1 hour session plus like unlimited messaging. You can message your therapist through the app. So
Unlimited.
unlimited.
Okay.
Um,
So you should just use all your questions for that.
Nah, but like I hate texting, dude. That's why I'd rather just talk.
uh,
But anyway, so no, it was cool. I'm looking forward to my next session, which is next week. Um, but yeah, I mean that's like a step towards, you know, step towards healing,
mhm.
and turn off that Discord. Um,
Close it.
but yeah, I mean, it's funny though, because I was thinking about like, as I was telling my therapist, there are things in my childhood that, I don't know if I even realized that those things are still with me, like trauma and like, things that I feel like things of because my dad got
Yeah.
shot and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I never really like. I mean, I thought I healed from that stuff
I
because
mean, I don't even think you really talked about it. I didn't know until we were in our, closer to 20 plus years of friendship before I found out about it. So
yeah, and I never really like. I don't know if I ever really
dealt with
properly
it.
healed from that
Hmm.
stuff. Like abandonment issues and all that stuff. But the funny thing is, like when I was talking to my therapist about like childhood stuff, like there are things that like we grew up with that
Seems so
that
normal.
well, I mean, they shape us,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah.
shape us good and bad, right? And funny thing, like I was just thinking about, so I had dinner with my mom this week, right?
Okay.
And she was, every time I have dinner with my mom, she always talks about, oh, when you were younger, you used to did it, like always. It's
You
always the
used
past.
to.
It's always in the past.
Used to. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
then
get that.
my mom will always like, oh, you should take these vitamins or drink this. This is good for like testosterone. And
That I believe. I now I listen to my when they give it to me. I'm like, all right, fine. I just take
so
it.
I mean, I do a
They're
lot of
pretty
it,
right.
like, but I'll look it up because my mom would give me these black garlic pills. I'm like, what the freak? I'm like, so I look Google, like, okay, what's the health benefits of black garlic? I'm like,
You don't
oh,
know
okay,
about black garlic?
there's some good health, so I'll take the black garlic.
So I get it in my ramen.
So I think it's funny that like I mean, we have those. Our parents would give us those like uh Korean
Remedies. Yeah.
urban
Yeah.
legend.
Urban
Yeah, my mom thinks freaking kimchi's the cure to every disease in the world. Like if you eat kimchi, you
I
won't
actually
get
believe that.
cancer, you won't get a heart attack. Like,
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe not. Maybe not.
well, okay,
Maybe not cancer.
no, there are
but
health
heart
benefits
attack.
for sure,
Yeah.
and it's because it's the
I poop better when I
the
eat kimchi.
yeah, the fermentation.
Yeah.
So it's probiotics.
Probiotics.
Helps
That
with the
has
gut health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, jinx.
See, look at that,
Yeah,
bro.
see?
All right,
We're,
you're on your
we're
health tip.
brainwashed.
But it's funny though because when I think about, because my mom used to always tell me to never sleep with the fan on,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, like she said you'll die,
oh.
but then someone else told me, it's like, oh no, you can get a stroke, and so I, for the longest in my childhood, I just never, like I would because
Or with
in
the
the
window
valley,
open, right? Or with the window open.
I never
Cold
heard that
window.
one.
Well, it's
I
just
would always
cold
sleep with
air.
my
Cold
window.
air was what, like cold air blowing on you is what my understanding is what gives you the stroke, or like you said your face is gonna freeze or something like
Is
that.
that a fact?
Yeah, well, that's what
I feel like
learned.
that. I feel like that's still urban, bro. My window stays open like all year round.
Yeah, but how many times do you wake? Like, do you
I've
wake
never
up?
woken up with a stroke.
Or but don't you wake up like? Like
I
"Ooh,
mean,
shouldn't have-
with a
I
sore
shouldn't have-
throat,
I shouldn't
maybe.
have kept that window open.
Maybe a sore
You
throat,
know?
but not a stroke. That's very different.
Oh, you don't know it's sore throat and then stroke, bro.
Oh, that's the next step?
The next, dude. Yeah, I read it on WebMD.com or whatever. No, but
So,
yeah.
so clearly the urban legend myth things, you still hold to a lot of them.
yeah, I mean, you never had a
Okay,
moment
which
where
ones
you're
do you actually believe? So you think the fan thing is still legit?
No, I don't
Bro,
believe
you
in
know
the
how
fan
I
thing.
sleep 100%
I
with
don't
my
believe
fan
the
on.
fan thing. I do believe that having cold. Okay, well, so they say that the best temperature to sleep in is like 64, 65 degrees.
Yeah, love
That like
that.
you get the
Love it.
best sleep or
Uh-huh.
whatever, right? That's when you're covered up. I don't know. I feel like when I open a window, I always get sick, no matter what. Always feel like crap the next day. So I don't necessarily do it because I think I'm gonna get a stroke, but I definitely believe in like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and close the window, like if I'm sleeping with Vero, and like it's kind of hot, I have it's stuffy or whatever. Open the window up. I always wake up an hour later. Like my brain is like trained to do that because I get sick every
Been
time I feel like the stuff.
brainwashed, bro. Been
And
brainwashed.
Doctor Nation or whatever.
Bro, I
Yeah.
sleep with my window open. I put a fan on 24/7.
You, I
I
do,
don't
I
really
do
get
it.
sick.
Yeah, man, you do live in the cold. I remember sharing a hotel room with you, and it's
I
just
hate being hot.
freezing.
I hate being hot. That's why the summer is my most difficult time of the
Time of year.
year
You seem like you do okay though.
because I'm a positive person.
Yeah, you don't complain. That's true. I don't like it. That's why I don't go out there in the summer. I don't like wearing shorts. I don't like wearing like t-shirts and stuff.
Why do you
But
think I moved back from Vegas, bro? I couldn't do the summers out there, just brutal. You get literally 3 months of not even three. No, you get like 3 weeks of good
how
weather.
much of the bad weather are you really in? From home, studio, or like
That's how
the?
you get sick though,
Oh
because
yeah,
you're
because
either
you're going
in
back and forth. Yeah.
because you're in air conditioned space
Hmm.
to like 112 degrees to your most, and then the next thing is an air conditioned space. So you're hopping from hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. So I would get sick a lot when I was living in Vegas.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think I could. That's what happens when I'm in there for the weekends. You go to the hotels and you're like going back and forth from like hotel and shit.
Yeah.
Get sick like with the quickness. So
That's also
yeah,
probably because you're just partying and just
and you're probably a lot healthier than me. So
that
like
might have something to do
my
with
my
it.
immune system is actually pretty good these days. So I think it's okay. But
Well, you've been looking sexier these
oh,
days, bro.
thank
Look
you,
at that.
thank
You're
you.
wearing In and Out.
In and
It's
out.
like, but like you're giving a shout out to
Yeah,
In and
dude.
Out.
I'm trying to get sponsored, bro. You
How
know what I
often
mean?
do you eat In and Out?
I'd say I wear this shirt or version of this shirt, an In-N-Out shirt, once a week, maybe.
You have versions of In and Out
Yeah, like a
shirts?
black one, a white one, Christmas
Okay.
version,
Okay.
They're all kinds. You've never been in the drive-through and you're like looking, you're paying. Hey, yeah, you're
I
paying.
don't really eat In and Out that much.
Oh,
I
then
mean
I don't
it
know. I
so
can't explain this to you then. It's
so
not
well
you don't understand the
here's the
feeling.
thing. I might get crucified by our listeners here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Whoa,
In and Out is the best burger.
whoa, hey, new topic. Wait, what?
I don't think that.
Hold on,
I think it's good.
so low.
It's good. I think it's good.
All
I
right,
do
what's the best
enjoy
burger
it.
then?
I would rather have Shake Shack. I'd rather have Shake Shack.
Blasphemy. You're
You know
Californian?
why? Yes. I mean I
Hey,
was
you
born
getting
here.
sponsored on the side from Shake
No,
Shack?
I
I'll
mean
see
feel
that
free
too.
to sponsor
I'll
us,
see
Shake
that
Shack.
too. Shake Shack's the best.
You know what it is?
No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
the bun. The bun, Shake Shack bun is just so good.
It's a brioche bun.
Okay. It's just better than In-N-Out's bun.
Can we cut? No, I'm just kidding. There's some fighting words, bro.
There's
Jeez.
like three things. There's consistency, there's price, and taste. That's what I look at. Shake Shack doesn't hit all three with 5 stars. Like Shake Shack, it's like pricier than what you want it to be. Yeah, it's good. It's kind of supposed to be a little bit bougier, but I think for me, the taste, like the quality of everything, I would rather go for the In-N-Out.
Yeah. That's 2-1 right here. Actually, that's
I'm
like
not trying to get
a million to one.
I'm not trying to get anybody on my team. I'm just giving you my personal
Okay, you're right.
opinion.
You're right. Sorry.
I
You
would
gave
say
me.
In-N-Out fries are pretty weak.
I like In-N-Out fries.
You triggering me right now. Both of you triggering me right now.
I
Look.
like In-N-Out fries.
Look. In-N-Out.
I'm actually like team soggy fry.
Oh, you like the fries that are from like the hole in the wall place where it's so greasy that you can see the bag.
I'm not
you
mad.
can see through the bag.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the soggy fry. I mean, of course, I like like the
You like all fries.
the
though.
crisp and pillowy, fluffy potato fry,
Ooh.
but I'm not mad at the soggy fry.
Okay. All right. Can you eat the old fry?
No,
Cold fry?
Hell no. That's the thing. McDonald's is my favorite fries. Only when it's fresh and hot. But once it gets cold, there's no coming back. You cannot air fry that thing back to life. It's just done.
I actually dropped a fry in my car once, and I went and picked it up, and I picked up an old one, and I ate it. It was like it was pretty gross. it almost had the consistency of like an old piece of like candy, like a rope candy, like a sour rope.
Oh my
where you're just
gosh,
like,
how old was this fry? You
No.
just be dropping things and you just
yeah, after I finished it, I looked for the other one.
you find
No,
it.
I didn't finish it, man. Come on, guys. But yeah, anyways. But I think for me personally, In-N-Out fries are good, but I really, really like Burger King fries.
Burger King fries, they stepped it up.
Yeah.
Remember when they changed their recipe?
Yes.
I think it was very close to the Jack in the Box fry.
Yes.
Very close.
I like it. It's almost the Burger King fry almost tastes like a Johnny Rockets kind of style burger, like a diner.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, and it's very like it's almost like where it's crispy on the outside and then like it's fluffy and
they got that pillowy
yeah,
fluffiness.
that's what it is.
The fluffy pillowy.
Yeah, that's like when you get the brand new McDonald's fries.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Where you go,
Oh yeah,
You like
oh yeah,
that?
the piping hot fry, man. I'm a big fan of that.
yeah. So are we talking about McDonald's right now?
I don't know. I think we're just
That's
hungry.
food.
Should we need to eat more of
Get
these?
some more of that food.
The Vero charcuterie.
What are some of the other ones? I think I did. I heard my parents talk about don't play with lighters. I remember that.
What is that? What's that one? I don't even know what that is.
If you play with lighters, you'll pee in your pants.
Oh, I thought that was matches.
No, it's fire,
Playing with
yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
You'll pee in your pants.
I think I.
You know what? I feel like our parents made up these things.
Hell yeah, they did.
Because they don't want us to hurt ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, oh, if you do that, you're gonna pee in your bed.
I mean, they're doing it so we don't do it because they had to deal with it.
I thought about the fan too, about like saving costs on energy because we had it rough growing up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Hold on, time out. Is that mic hot?
No, these mics.
These mics are hot.
Okay, so your audio is gonna get picked up on
I'm gonna
these.
get picked up.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. So you never heard the lighter one?
It was matches, but it's probably the same idea.
I
like-
actually tried. I
And did you pee
pushed the envelope. I was like, "You what? All right, let's
So
see."
you start playing with lighters.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I would burn everything from army men
and
to all my.
Did you pee your bed?
I mean, I pee my bed all the time, but no, not because
Not
of that.
not as a result of
Not
this.
as a result. I think there was one time that I did, because I was talking about it, and I was thinking about it, but I think my brother set me up. I think he poured water on my bed when I was sleeping. He's
So
done
you
that.
didn't actually pee. You just you woke up to water on your bed and you thought you peed.
I remember there was one time I did wake up, and I was like, that doesn't make sense because everything around on me, he wasn't smart, so wasn't thinking. He wasn't smart about it. He didn't should have poured it on me, and then let it dribble off into the bed. See, that's a smart.
How old were you? When was this?
Junior high, 13, 12, 12, 13, probably somewhere 11 around
Hey,
there.
be honest. How long did you pee your bed for? Like until what age? I think I might have peed like definitely late elementary.
I've definitely. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I sometimes when you gotta pee, when you're sleeping,
Yeah.
and nothing happened. You don't get this when you're older. You're like,
You peed your bed recently?
no.
This was talking last week.
It's kind of hot right now. No,
Like last
no,
week, I had to pee.
No,
I didn't
no,
really
no.
feel like getting up.
I did feel like I might have almost gotten there, like peed in bed, like thinking I was gonna pee, like in a situation, and then I woke up before like it happened. So maybe it was a wet dream. I don't know.
I mean, I was just about to say that's kind of like what wet dreams are.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. We
Interesting,
thought that could be another
interesting.
episode.
I don't know. Is it maybe that's this episode?
Sure, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yes, I just hit puberty. All right. All right.
You know what's funny about that though? Like, I don't think. I mean, obviously, when you're like about to hit or when you're going through puberty, that's when that stuff like happens most often.
No.
But that stuff still happens every now and then.
Sure.
Like I'd be lying if I said that didn't happen to me in my adult years.
Do you still have dreams? Like, do you have any vivid dreams, like sex dreams?
Sometimes.
Let's talk about it.
Is this after hours now?
Is it? Do you ever get like a thing where you're like, getting down
Yeah.
and then you look up and it's just all dudes?
No, bro.
Me neither.
Why are you having? Why are you having?
There was one time I remember, maybe like 5 to 7 years ago. I had a dream. I was getting down with a girl or something like that, and then
What do you mean, or something like that?
getting down with a girl. You know,
Okay.
you're just like fooling around. Because this is so long ago, I could barely remember. I just remember pulling away, and then the girl had a mustache, long hair,
That's weird.
hot
bro.
girl, but she had a mustache.
That's
So I woke up, and then I repressed it all the way in the back of my mind until I just brought it up right now. We can cut this, right?
so. BetterHelp is great
Am I
online.
gay? Is that why I tell Vera to like put her hair right here?
Great
over
reason to
Hey, can you
bet.
put your hair in front of your lip right here, babe?
Nah, I can't say that I've had that. Hey, but
You
no
never had any
judgment.
gay, like pseudo, like
No.
like almost kind of weirdish gay dreams?
No, I don't think so.
That means you're gay, bro. That means you're gay.
Oh,
That
it means you're
repressed.
gay.
It means you're
Oh,
repressed.
okay, okay.
I explore it. I'm not homophobic,
Hey,
Not even in my dreams.
wow,
That's how it is.
you're very inclusive.
I'm very
You have
inclusive.
a very inclusive dream life.
It's repressed feelings, maybe. Curiosities. No, real talk. It's always. Hey, let me tell you this. I'm not happy about it. I do this. Oh, I wake up, man. I wake up.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, yeah.
Sweating. I got a heart on, but that goes away like 10 seconds later.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, come on, guys. Let's be honest here. We all get them, so let's let's save space. Don't make me
You know
feel
what I was
weird
thinking about the
it.
other day? Like maybe even this morning, like the whole like morning wood. Like what is the science behind that? Like why?
It's so
I-
you don't pee in your pants. You don't pee in your bed.
Is that
Your
what
body
it is?
is naturally.
Oh,
literally
because
getting-
that. You know what though? That makes sense because like I always have to like
Pee
pee
right
as
after.
soon. I'm like, oh shoot,
And it's
then
the hardest thing ever, right?
Yeah.
It's like, shh.
it's like the hose.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're pushing down the bar like it's about to, like a flagpole is about to go up. It's just
Put your thumb on the hose instead of the spray.
Oh,
No,
that
dude.
is. It's the putting the thumb on the hose.
bro. So this is the thing. Once that happens to you, right? Like when you get married, you gotta realize. Like I do. I was peeing like a little. It hoses, right? It,
Whoa, you got
sprays out.
you got the spray gun?
You don't get the twist spray, like the
Nah, son.
that's
I
gotta have a
I got
big
straight
dick, guy.
streams.
No, dude. Sometimes when I'm going, like it goes, and it's like a viper, like a snake.
You need to check that your
I concur.
Yeah,
you got the
Sometimes
spray?
he does this and then
Yeah.
it just lines up.
Whoa.
yeah,
what
yeah,
the-
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a light show.
It's like on the
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
sprinkler.
No, and she got mad at me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, bitching at me. Like she went to go
Because
get
you
ready
just
for
pissed
work,
all over the
and
toilet
I pissed
seat.
on the floor. No, I got some shot to the right or left. I don't know which way, but it shot down to where.
Wait, how many streams you got? One's going to the right, one's going down, one's going straight into the bowl.
You
like,
know what a sex stream is?
yes.
Yeah, it's like that.
What?
A sex stream. A sex stream. After you have sex and you try to pee,
Oh,
It's like,
oh.
you know, like
Not a dream, but sex
Stream,
Stream.
sorry,
Stream.
stream. I didn't-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
so. Yes. So she bitched at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I've been peeing like this is the way I pee, and I didn't know, and it's just one of those things you're gonna have to.
You just gotta clean that
yeah,
up.
dude.
though.
I'm still so scared every time. I'm just like
Are
cleaning
you,
up.
are you a
just in case if it happens?
toilet
Check it.
seat up guy? Do you leave the toilet seat up?
No,
You know
only
better.
in this bathroom.
You know better than that.
This bathroom, I'm
you
allowed to.
dude, I am so trained to put every single toilet seat down. Every
Why?
single one.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because-
a thing? Why? No. Let me ask.
Hey, you know what it is? It's-
You agree with it? Okay.
well, it's because I just feel like it just looks dirty to me. When I see a toilet seat up, it just looks like that's a dirty toilet.
So that's because you don't like. Okay, I see. All right.
Like, but it's also
Okay,
just
here's
like,
another thing, bro.
but I also because I did grow up, my mom and my sister, it's like, okay, you want to be considerate.
Yeah.
Put the
Okay,
toilet seat
so
down.
you've grown up like with your sister. So I grew up in a house with all guys. So for me, it's rewiring my whole brain. But I think for you, like, you'll be fine. Like if you get married and you're already
Oh, I
trained
already
that way,
know.
you're good.
I already know, bro.
Like-
I be putting toilet seats down that I didn't even
But
use.
what sucks about it is that when you forget, you can do it 100 times in a row.
I never forget.
You forget one.
I never
Okay, well,
forget.
I'm saying if you get married and you'll forget a lot of things, 'cause
See?
you're gonna have to remember 100 things at once. You know what I mean? Like, So if you forget and you get bitched at about it, right? That sucks.
It
When you're like,
traumatizes you.
yeah, well, you're like, what? Like, I feel like I did it at like, like I feel did it for a long time. Like I've been
I've
good
done it
about
like
it.
20 in a
consistent.
row. Give me like one.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but yeah, dude. Like the peace stream is just sometimes it's bad, dude. It's.
Do we need like another medical sponsor here? Like, BetterHelp is one.
Only when I'm talking only when you have a morning wood. The morning wood. You never had to stand on the wall, like lean on the wall at a 90-degree.
Oh, the Will Smith Independence Day.
Yeah. What is that? The 45-degree angle.
Oh,
like,
for sure. I for sure
know
do
what I
that.
mean?
Like the leaning on the wall pee it's kind of the
Yeah, you have to in
that's
the
just like
mornings.
standard issue.
So
in
yeah,
the
that's
morning.
why your junk gets hard. So you don't. That's why kids pee in their pants because they don't get their junk don't get hard.
Oh, is
Doesn't happen
that
till
why
after.
kids pee in their pants?
Or not in the pants, in the beds. Yeah.
Because they can't get a hard on? That's
just
weird,
such a
bro. We're getting, what are we talking
I
about
never
over
said
here?
that, bro. I just said, hey,
You're just talking about
turn on
dicks right now. You
the.
gotta stop
This
doing
is
that.
weird
Let's turn
right now,
on the AC,
dude.
right? It's weird in here.
It's getting hot, bro.
It's good. We're hot, but not the good kind.
No.
You put kids and hard on in the same
I know,
sentence.
you
I
said-
did not.
You definitely
I said that's why
said-
they don't have. I said because they don't get.
You said because they don't get hard. I'm
That's what I
like,
said.
wait, that's why kids pee their pants because they can't get hard on.
That's what I said. Shit.
Dude, we're canceled,
Hey,
bro. Let's
okay,
cancel
hey.
ourselves
So
right
thanks
now.
for watching. This is the final episode.
Yeah, we had 3 episodes.
We're good.
That's
good.
it. Season 1's wrapped. All right. Anyway, we were talking about. So I love the fan thing because the fan thing is something that my mom was very adamant about. Do not sleep with the fan on. And then of course my rebellious, when I was in middle school, I was like, I'm gonna sleep with the fan on. I'm gonna see what happens.
Uh-huh.
I woke up fine. I was like, this is dope. Sleeping with a fan on feels hella good. So that's why to this day I sleep.
Like
with
you
a
talking about an actual like fan that goes like this?
Yeah, like an oscillating fan. And ceiling fans.
So here's the thing. What if, right? A lot of the things that my parents had told me, oh, you gotta eat like vegetables, like this and that. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter when we're younger, but now it matters. It's not in my, it's like, it's burned in my brain, but only because I didn't listen. And then I had like digestive issues and this and that, and with weight gain and this and that. And now when the things that they told me when I was younger, I'm like, oh, maybe they're not telling us for kids growing up. Maybe
They're trying to give you like good habits for
your life in the future, right? So,
but I mean, like if you ate your vegetables,
if not playing with fire, maybe we didn't become arsons. You know what I mean?
I was kind of a pyro though.
I was a huge pyro.
I burned everything.
Bro, I would have so many toys that I could resell. Like I had them all the Xbox.
Yeah.
And they all were like, let's see what happens when I do this.
I don't know why
You use the hairspray?
boys, yes.
Ooh,
The
best,
hairspray thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's because like, it's a blowtorch.
You know that smell I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
hairspray,
Yeah.
sticky smell with the plastic burning, the toxic fumes.
You know what? My
Okay.
favorite thing
My
to
childhood.
like burn was like ants, like ant trails. I
Ooh.
would go hairspray, flamethrower.
Ooh,
crazy
You went beast mode. I
was
I
a
was a
little
little
weird.
bit methodical, and I used the magnifying glass.
I've done that.
I'd find one, and I just track them.
I've done
burn his ass.
that, but then I was just also impatient. I'm like, man, this is taking too long. I would do that. I would do the magnifying glass on like leaves, like a dead, a brown leaf, and then it eventually like sets on fire. Like, ooh,
What's
that's
the
cool.
statute of limitations are way past the thing. So what's the worst like thing you did as a kid?
Worst thing I did as
Did
a
we talk
kid?
about this? I don't know if we talked about this, but
Man, I've done a lot of weird things. You know what I used to do that I'm not proud of? So, you know what's funny or just weird about this? I legit feel like one of my neighbors was a witch.
oh, I had a witch in my
Like
neighborhood.
straight up, like
Me too.
this lady was a witch. We called her the old lady. That was like the old lady. It's like we're going like.
What was she like?
Huh?
What was she like? Like was she? What
She was a witch.
But why? Why was she a witch?
Because she was just a witch. Like,
But what did she do?
She was just
Like,
creepy.
she have a cauldron? Or did she have like a broomstick?
So
that
she had
threw?
this house
Okay.
that was like adjacent. Or no, it was like it was like right across adjacent to my house, but there was like walls to separate.
Okay.
And from my backyard wall you can like we're kind of elevated above her too. You
Oh,
can
your
see,
neighbors then.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can see her house. And she had just like this tall grass just growing all around her house.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
Didn't care.
didn't care. Like didn't give a freak.
Uh-huh.
And she had like these like 3 Doberman pinchers.
Ooh.
And like and it's weird. I kid you not, every time you would ride your bike or walk by her house, she would be standing right in front. Like
This is in the valley?
this is in the valley.
Okay.
So like it was just so weird that dude, I would legit cross the street to be on the other side of the street to pass her house and then cross back
Dang.
because I just didn't want to go in front of her. And then in front of her house there was like all this weird just like
Did
foliage.
she do anything weird though? Like was she like, hey, get out of my lawn? Or like
Kind of. She kind of was
like
like a
that?
grump. She was kind of a grump. And like, but the weirdest thing is like without fail, she would always be out on her sidewalk. So that's the thing too. Like she like gated herself off where there was like her house was like you have to go deep into like this entrance, which was all
I see,
covered
it's
by
like-
all this
yeah, it's like a
weird tall
trail.
grass. And like it was just she scared the crap out of
Scary.
all the neighborhood kids. All the neighborhood kids called her the old lady, like the old lady's house. And I just remember she would like I one time I like rode my skateboard past and then I went and get McDonald's because McDonald's was right there across the street. And as I rode back, I kid you not, she was just standing on the corner, like puffing her cigarette, just looking at me.
Ooh.
And I'm like, why does she always know when I'm like
What if she
it's to this point, it's to the point where I've never crossed in front of her house without her being
Well, you gotta
out
think
on
about this as kids, right? Did you always ride your bike when you got home or something? Like maybe she knew your schedule. She's like, "Oh, this motherfucker is coming back home."
I don't know, but
All right.
like a lot of my neighbors have a very similar story. They're like, yeah, she's always like every time I go past her house, she's always standing out on the sidewalk, like smoking a cigarette. I don't know, but she's just the witch. Like we just call
Maybe
like
she liked you.
that's even weirder. And so going back to the worst thing that I've done. I don't know if this is the worst thing, but like
You killed her?
so no,
Just kidding.
but I have a story. So my neighbor and I would sit on my wall in my backyard, and you know, my neighbor, my dude, I love him to death. You listen.
Oh,
I love
him.
you.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of. I learned a lot of bad stuff from him, and so
And how much older is he?
he's
then?
like 3 years older,
Okay.
than 3-4 years older than me.
Then you. Then he's like, okay.
So, you know, he would get all kinds of just like toys. He's like, yo, I got a slingshot. He had
Oh,
like
he
one
was
of those
that
like
guy.
he had like those wrist rockets, like the ones that
Dude,
like
I
attached to your
love
wrist.
those. I got
The
so much
frickin'
trouble
you
with
just
that.
like launch rocks,
Mhm.
right? So he's like, yo, I got a wrist rocket. And so I was like, oh, cool. She's like, you want to throw rocks at the old lady's house? We're like, yeah, let's do it. So we like sat on my wall in my backyard and we just had a whole freaking pile of rocks and we just started launching rocks at our house and it would hit a roof and then she would come out. We would see her like with her dogs, like looking at who's doing it. And so
With their 3 Dobermans, bro.
with the 3 Dobermans.
Dude, you guys were like bold.
yeah, but I'm
All she needed to do is sit.
nah, but I'm sitting on my backyard wall. Like it's like she's not my actual
I
neighbor.
see.
She's like maybe like 2 houses down worth of a neighbor. Like and there's like this weird divide. There was like this weird divide with all this weird tall grass. Dude, my neighborhood was kind of like it was kind of scary. It was like I was like, why is there like this section where there's just like nothing and it's divided by walls and there's like all this tall grass and then
Yeah, yeah.
and it all leads to the old lady's house. And she just
every
kept it like
neighborhood
that.
has one, you know?
And so we would launch rocks at her house. And not long after that, this was like in the middle of the night. You know, I'm sleeping. I'm probably like, I'm probably like 10, 9, 10 years old. My mom comes, you know, into the room. So my sister and I, we used to sleep like, you know, we used to share a room.
Okay.
So she came into our room and she's like, the house is on fire. And so I'm waking up in the middle of the night and then like we have like a little night light. So the night light was kind of orangey. So I thought like our house is on fire. I'm like, oh shoot, what? She's like, no. The house across the street is on fire. So we looked out the window. It was the old lady's house. Old lady's house just in flames. And so we're like, what the frick is happening? And then, you know, after we find out, like we heard, this is through the grapevine, like how did it burn down? Apparently she fell asleep with her cigarette lit, and then freaking the whole thing went up in
Is
flames.
she okay? Was she okay?
She died, bro.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't hear that part. Did you
She
say
died.
that? Oh, I didn't hear
And
that.
so
part.
it's like the weirder stories, like the witch, the old lady died in her burnt house,
With her cigarette.
and I'm just like, was it really a cigarette that
What if she
that
did a
killed her?
seance or something?
I don't know, bro.
What if it was that older friend?
Nah, he didn't do that. He wouldn't do that.
No, I actually we had a witch in my neighborhood too, but we thought she was homeless because she would always go around and go through everyone's garbage, so no one like messed with her. But apparently she had a house just right around the corner, and she got arrested for something, or they did like a raid for her house. They found bags of money.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember how much. I think it was like in the 15 to 20,000, but just bags of money from like recycling, doing all that. And she was just
She was a hustler.
no, but she was crazy. Like they were in trash bags, and just in a room or something like that. And she was
Trash
like
bags of money.
trash bags of dollar bills and all kinds of money. Yeah, yeah. I mean, she's a hustler, but it's like
I'm
the
inspired.
The fact that, hey, dude,
That's a hustler.
dude, she went and basically went through everyone's garbage cans, like the green, the blue, like all those, and nobody messed with her because she was kind of scary. She had like her hair was all disheveled, but we never knew where she was coming from.
We're talking about how did the police or why did the police?
I don't remember. I
raid
just remember
her house.
after later on we
Did she
moved-
die?
No, she didn't die.
Okay.
She got in trouble for something. I forgot what it was. It was really stupid, but it was something like tax evasion or something. It was like weird.
What is this in like?
Yeah,
Puerto-
no, in what?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
where,
okay.
like where you stayed right there where my home was.
Got it.
So yeah, it was
So
just
she had
right
a
around the corner.
home.
She had a home, and it was just like yours. Nothing was taken care of. The grass was super long, and she just was a hoarder, and she just had a bunch of trash and a bunch of money. So
Hey, at least she had it.
I didn't
She
go
had
after
her money.
though.
She had her money though.
I didn't go off, which is crazy because I had a wrist rocket too. The
Yeah.
ones with the thing,
Yeah.
right? Which is now what I call my masturbating hand. But
That's a little TMI.
but that thing
TMI.
got me into so much trouble, but it was so fun. I would hit like security cameras with it.
Dude, slingshots as a kid is like your best friend.
Yeah.
It's like your favorite. It's your favorite toy. Dude, I used to like have BB guns. Again, would have BB guns. We would shoot birds. I'm sorry, but we shot birds.
I shot a couple birds.
It was so fun.
I've fished out. Okay, I'm not proud about this. I fished out crawfish from somewhere. I'm not gonna say where.
Crawfish. Where are you finding
I
crawfish in
can't
LA?
say. I can't say.
Koi fish?
Hmm?
Not koi fish?
Let's just say it's some kind of shellfish. I fished them out.
Here in California?
Let's not talk about where the details, okay? Because the details could get me in trouble. But I just did it, right? And I went onto a top of an apartment with a friend, and we would throw them at cars.
You would throw crawfish at cars.
We'll call it shellfish, some kind of shellfish. But we would throw it at cars that are moving, and they would give the best little orange splat on the car windshield, and we'd laugh about it.
Dude, I
feel like crap now that I'm talking about it. Jeez.
I've done
This is
egging.
therapy.
I've done egging. I've done teepeeing.
I feel horrible now because they were live animals.
They were live.
They were alive.
You're horrible, dude. You're canceled.
I've been canceled. I'm sorry, Ben. It's not gonna take off.
Hey,
We get canceled every show.
you're not that anymore though. You're not that guy anymore. That's
No. I protect the crawfish now.
You
I
just,
don't go.
You just eat
I
them when
don't-
they're cooked.
No, I refuse to go to any of those boiling crab places.
Wow, what a humanitarian
Yeah.
you are.
I refuse it
Okay.
because I promised that I would never hurt a crawfish ever again. After I killed 20 of them.
Wow, I've never heard of crawfish throwing.
It's big in the South.
Wow. Okay.
It's big in Texas.
What was another one? What was another one? There was we did the fan, like the fan thing. Like what was that all about?
I never knew whistling.
Whistling?
Oh, conjure spirits or something, or conjure the dead.
Whistle at night, you're gonna call snakes. It's just to get you to shut up.
You're gonna call snakes.
You whistle
These are all
and-
places.
I'm like,
these are all
bro,
stuff that
there ain't
the
no
old,
snakes
old
out
day
here.
Koreans had to deal with, like freezing at night. You know what I mean? Snakes coming into your.
Yeah,
To
that
your
was a weird
village?
one.
Okay, well,
That's crazy. I've never heard that one.
That's like,
I've had that. I've had the Kawi thing.
Kawi.
I've had sleep
Shout out to
paralysis.
Yusung-jun.
Shout out Yusung Jun. I've had that before. And I remember the first time I got it, I didn't get the whole like demon like hovering and pressing on my chest thing. I didn't get that.
I got it. Yeah.
So here's my experience. Oh, you know what the funny thing is? So I was working at MTV at the time, and at MTV in the elevator, every single day there was like a fun fact, like a fact of the day. I remember that day, the fact was you're more likely to have a nightmare if you are sleeping in a cold room. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Literally that night, I had my first experience of having scissor lock or Kawi. So I was sleeping. So at the time, I was living with my family, and I was sleeping on my like living room floor because I didn't have a room.
This is when you came back. Oh no, this is
No. This is
circa 2000.
This is like 2005.
Yeah, that's what I remember. You were at MTV.
Yeah, it was like 2005, and I remember I was like sleeping on the living room floor because that was my bed, and our window, we kept our window open like in the living room because I like sleeping cold because I don't like being hot, even in the winter. I like bundling up even when it's
Yeah,
hella
you
cold.
sleep with the fan on.
Yeah, and
You rebel.
I'm like, even I want to be freezing cold, and I'll have a hella blankets. Anyway, so I'm sleeping, and then I feel from like my toes, like inch by inch, like from my toes, my body tensing.
Yeah.
So like from and I felt my toes lock, and then I felt my legs lock, and it just felt like everything. And then it finally got to my head, and I was like, oh, and I was like, oh shoot. And in my head, I'm like, I can't move. And then, but I started thinking, I was like, oh shoot, I think this is Kawi. Like I remember thinking that. Like
Get out now.
I was just like,
Come on
I
now.
think this is the thing that everybody talks about.
This is what Yusung-jun was singing about.
So I'm just like, oh, this is that thing. So I wasn't scared. I was just like, oh, I think this is scissor lock. I was like, I can't move my body. I'm hella tense, and I just like, oh, I'm like locked. And then from there, the next thing that happened, I felt like I heard a dog. Like, so if I'm laying down like this, right? I felt like I heard a dog that was just like breathing by my head. Just like, but it wasn't like scary. I wasn't scared. It just sounded like a regular, it was like
Hey,
Desi.
dog, you touch me. You're breathing on my elbows.
Exactly. It was as if like Desi was just like here.
All right.
Just felt like, oh, there's a
His
dog.
breath stinks, but yeah.
There's a dog above my head, and I just remember weirdly feeling, oh, it's there's a dog here, and then it just like rotated, and then I felt like the dog was here because I just felt like I heard it. I heard the breathing from my left ear, and then I heard it on my right ear, and then I remember hearing. I'm like my friends would tell me that they got that, like, oh, when you get that, you just got to say Jesus. So I was trying. I was like,
Yeah.
it just couldn't come out. And then once I finally said Jesus, it all just stopped.
Isn't that crazy?
It's weird.
Though? It's spiritual for sure.
It's 100% spiritual.
Because I definitely got it where I was going through a time where I had insomnia and I was super stressed out about it because I couldn't go to, like, I was like just miserable because I wasn't sleeping for like maybe like 2 hours a day for like 2 weeks. And I couldn't sleep. I was drinking, like literally drinking just to give myself, like putting myself in a coma. And I would only sleep like 2 to 3 hours, wake up.
Dang. Even after you drank, you
Yeah,
can't sleep?
yeah. I
Oh.
would wake up right after. So what was crazy is that I remember I was sleeping in my bed and same thing. I remember just waking up and under my covers, like it was like a weighted blanket. I couldn't move. And what was funny is that at the time I wasn't realizing that it was a spiritual thing. I thought it was me waking up, just waking up because it was my room It was dark. You know, I usually slept with the windows open so you could see the night light coming in from the outside. And I remember this. It looked like a Dementor coming over. Like it was hooded. It was a thing coming over me, and I remember thinking, "That's a Dementor," right? So I was like tripping out. I couldn't do anything, and I remember thinking, "Okay, what am I gonna do?" So I couldn't say Jesus or anything like that. But I just I started speaking in tongues,
Whoa.
and it went away right away.
Whoa.
Like I started, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth when I started trying to pray or something. I just started speaking in tongues, and then I woke up, and I was like, "Whoa, that was freaking crazy!" Like,
So how much of that do you feel like? Because I've heard that even things like deja vu, right?
mhm.
Deja vu, they're like, oh wait, like I've been here before, or I've
It's
experienced this
dreams.
before.
I believe that it's the gifts that we get from God, right? That are not honed. You don't know like how to like hone it in and control because we're not spiritually like honing them in, right? So they're like gifts that they're just coming out in your dreams and stuff. Because I get that to where it's like on point where I'm like, it happens often. And it's kind of crazy because my mom has a gift of like whatever you want to call it, prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
She always predicted a lot of crazy stuff, like to the T. Like whenever now she just says, "Hey, drive safe today." Like I'm like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?" Like every time you tell me that, I get in like an accident or something. You know, because I don't pay attention. Like
Yeah.
you know, and maybe it's mother's tuition too, but
Yeah.
but it's also like random things like where she's like, "Hey, you know," like on a random summertime, she's like, "You know, I don't have a good feeling today. Just stay home." And I didn't listen to her, and I ended up getting arrested when I went out. So,
Wow.
and
Okay.
I see it as a gift of prophecy.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
that's what I think
prophecy for
she's very
sure.
strong in. You know, so
That's prophecy.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like that gift maybe has gone, you know, it's transferred or whatever. I have it too, but I just don't hone it in. But I get dreams to where it's like, man, sometimes I dream about someone and then I'll call them and then they're like, oh, like something's going on with them. And like,
Mm.
but I'm
Yeah.
denying it.
Nah, don't deny that. Freaking own it. I mean, because because there's like scientific explanation for deja vu. So from what I understand, it's when your eyes, because it has something to do with your eyes, when your like one eye like sees something like even millisecond before this eye registers,
It stores it somewhere
it
else.
already goes into your brain, and then it once this eye catches it.
Is it your dominant eye versus your
I'm
non-dominant?
not
Or
really
something?
sure which eye it is, but it's so when you
Stores the
it's
stuff.
like you receive something where one eye catches something before the other eye does, so it already processes it in your brain, and then your brain thinks like, oh, we've seen this before,
already.
we've been here before. That's how fast our brains are. So I heard that's the scientific
But you never had an issue where a situation where you dreamt something
like
and then
reoccurring dreams.
wait, no, not even that. Like I've dreamt something weird, a weird situation, and I remember waking up like that was a weird dream, and then later on, it comes up again where I'm like, that's where I'm like, this is deja vu because I've dreamt about this.
I've never had the real life dream. Like I've never had something that I dreamt about happen in real life. I've never experienced that.
I have, yeah.
That's weird.
It's very subtle. It's not even a big thing. It's like such a small moment. Like a moment that doesn't it's insignificant, but something happens that's very memorable about that moment, like a conversation or something. That's what triggers me. I'm like, dude, I dreamt about this. You know what I need to start doing is writing down my dreams. But the problem
I always
is that
forget to
because
do
I
that.
smoke actually stops the receptors stop the when you go into REM, or you just don't remember because 90% of the time I don't remember any of my dreams. I don't even wake up. I wake up feeling like, oh, I didn't have any dreams at all. Sometimes.
I mean, from what I understand, we all dream every night.
Yeah.
And
Do you know
then
what a
we
cheese
just
dream
don't
is? Do you know
remember
what
all
a
the time.
cheese dream is? You're probably
Am I gonna have a cheese?
maybe
dream?
like
have a
every
cheese right
time.
now.
Like I remember when I was younger, and I wasn't smoking to go to sleep. I was drinking and just going to sleep, like going out and stuff. And we'd have nights where we'd eat like pizza right before we go to sleep, or like we'd go out together before we, drunk cheese. And everyone the next day, the next time we see each other, we would tell each other like, we had the craziest dream. So we came up with this theory that you get crazy dreams when you eat cheese before you go to sleep.
I mean, hella cheese right now, so I'll tell
So
you
we'll
guys
see.
next week.
Vivid dream.
That's
like,
weird.
bro. No, like that's it's everything is connected, right? So the whole for me, like, have you ever cried in your dream and woke up crying or
I don't
sad?
know. No, I definitely wake up with like nunko, like the
But that's different.
the
I'm talking
salty,
about like,
the crust on your eye.
so
I'm
you
like,
never wake up like if you're like on the back of a truck or something and then it turns and you're flying off. And you wake up like before you hit the
I've had
ground.
the dreams where I kick or I punch something and then I wake up from like a physical actual kicking and punching because that actually is like me. I'm like fighting somebody in my dream. I'm physically fighting somebody. So I've definitely like punched my pillow and woken up and like kicked in my sleep and woken up.
Damn, that's like repressed like
I don't know,
anger
man.
maybe
I'm
a
in
little
therapy
bit.
right now, son. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like I've had that, and yeah, most of I've never had the flying dream. I've never had
I fly all the time.
I've never had
Never had a superhero dream?
no.
I'm Spider-Man in like
I've never flown in my
60% of my
dreams.
dreams.
I've
I
never
can
had
remember.
the like punching and I can't like
Teeth falling out?
I've had the dream where I've like clenched so hard that I broke my
Broke your
teeth.
teeth. It's like starts to crack. Oh, yeah, I had that.
I've had
That
that.
one's stressful, man.
What is that one? What is that
I
one?
don't know. I think maybe you're just clenching.
I probably am,
then-
and I do wear a night guard because
But yeah.
my dentist was like, "Do you grind
You
your
grind
teeth?"
your teeth for sure, yeah.
You
It's-
grind at night,
it's-
so I wear a night guard.
It's like you're working in a rock quarry, like dragging a boulder. That's what it sounds like. No offense.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, no, like the clenching I think is definitely stress related. I think teeth falling out or breaking might be also money related.
money related.
Yeah.
What are you like financially?
Just stressing out about
Oh,
something,
okay.
you know what I mean? Like I could be totally wrong by the way. With this week,
Yeah.
I'm just going based off
We
of
might
my
get
memory.
fact checked
Fact
all
check.
day.
Hey, I
want to
get fact checked. That means people are watching.
Let us know. I want to know, like, because we're still curious
Yeah.
about these things.
But dude, like don't that's good that you wear a mouth guard, bro.
Oh yeah. I don't wear it every night, which I probably should, and I have to. I'm seeing my dentist next week, so I might hear an earful of like, "Are you wearing your night guard?" I'm like, like half.
That's why you have
half."
straight teeth. You have very straight.
Yeah, because it's just been grinded down all day. I don't know.
You're a herbivore.
I'm an herbivore. I was
got my
vegetarian.
canine
I was
here.
vegetarian for a bit.
I'll protect you. Don't worry.
You have a fake tooth in the front, right? How's that doing?
Yeah, dude. No one has to know, bro.
Why not, bro? Keep it real, son.
Yes, it's fake. I broke it.
If you're like in black light, does that one tooth like
Light up a little
light
bit
up
more.
a little bit different?
Actually, it's actually opposite. That one doesn't light
Oh,
up,
it's,
and
like,
now
dark?
my yellow teeth light up like it's all there. You know, it almost looks like it's like missing. They didn't put the
Good.
phosphorescent or whatever neon, whatever
you
thing
didn't
in
get
there.
that black light coating.
Actually, I'm meaning to go because I've been brushing my teeth like with the whitener stuff. So I feel like there is a little bit of offness, but we can talk about that never a time.
We'll never talk about white.
We'll never
teeth
talk about
whitening.
my teeth and my fake tooth. But that's another story. We can get into the story though.
Well, speaking of stories, we got stories for days.
Yeah.
I'm over here still munching on the charcuterie board. No, this was fun. I mean, yeah, like our childhood is a trip, like the
Yeah,
stuff
we
that
can
our
keep going into it,
our
man.
parents that that have fed us the urban legends that we believed in. And I mean, that's weird because I feel like we probably are still like, I think you still believe in a lot of them.
No, come on, man.
You're like, I gotta close my window because
I just don't like. Yeah, bro. Whatever, man. Shut
so
up.
you still believe in NSI. No.
I don't believe it because I think I'm gonna get a stroke or anything. But I just I don't like to be sick.
Okay.
You know, whatever.
All right, hey, no
Hey,
judgment
I feel
here.
attacked.
No judgment here, man. No judgment
I
here.
feel like judged right now.
No, I'm not judging you. I'm your friend, bro. We're friends.
Best friend.
I'm your best friend. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in today. We
That's
are over
nonsense.
here. We're just hanging out. We're talking.
Yeah. That's fine.
We're talking about urban legends apparently today. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are finding us for the first time, we have episodes before this. Not much.
Yeah. Not
A few
yet.
episodes.
Yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out.
And
But be on that journey with us, you know?
yeah, we're on a journey. We're trying to figure out the pod. Like us on your podcast platform, whether that be Apple, Spotify. Write us a review.
Yeah.
Let us know how much we suck or how dope we are.
Or
and if you want topics that, like, you want us to talk about some stuff, we'll do that. We got some amazing guests that we have lined up to bring on in future episodes.
Yeah, we do.
And
some fun ones.
Yeah, some
Pretty
fun
good.
ones. That's it.
Yeah. Thanks for
We did
stopping by, guys.
Conversations.
Conversations.
And we out.
Right.